Good evening, everyone. I'm in the shop again with the 07 Expedition, and tonight I'm installing a 7-prong trailer wiring plug from Reese Towing. This video is not sponsored by Reese, but this plug is what I had on hand, and it looks good. We've had good results with them in the past, so that's what I'm putting in. Now, all I've done so far is mount it to the bracket. Just 4 number 10 bolts with washers and nuts. And I will go under and show you what we've done. This will be a lot easier if you remove the spare tire as I've done, but it is possible without doing so. So, that's the back of the plug itself. Down here with the wires, we have the flat 4-prong, and we've got the white ground wire right there, and 3 more wires: black, yellow, blue. We use the blue, we do not use black or yellow, and you probably will not need to either. The black and yellow, from what I'm told, are almost never used on vehicles of this class, but the blue is. So, up here, that right there is the left frame rail of the truck, and right here you see the wiring harness from the factory. Snapped in right there. Right there is the female end of the flat 4 and the blue wire. So this is a very simple procedure. We will plug in the flat 4. I will use a connector from Eastwood to join these blue wires, and I will ground the white wire to the frame. From the factory it's grounded right up there, so I'll probably use the same spot but clean it up first. Okay, so I put a bunch of dielectric grease in there, and that's put together. On the black and yellow wires, I just stripped them back a little bit and put on some wire nuts. I'll tape those up neatly, just protect those from the from the elements. Next order of business is this blue wire. Let me focus there. This blue wire. And basically, I'll strip it down, and there we go. Then I'll strip the blue one from the factory down, and I'll put a male on one end, female on the other, and put them together. And real quick before I do this, this is the set I'm using. It's from Eastwood Auto, item number 31676. Now, this video is not sponsored by Eastwood, but this is a very good set. It gives you some very professional results, some very nice equipment. This is what I'll be using, and I'll put a link in the description to Eastwood's in-depth tutorial on how to use this set. But it is a very nice set, and I really suggest that if you're doing much wiring, you invest in this. So I've got one end done, and as you can see, that is a very professional looking installation. I'm not by any means professional at doing this, but Eastwood makes it really easy to make a very nice connection. And again, I'm not funded by them in any way, but I really would suggest that if you need good electrical connections, go to eastwood.com and order yourself a set. If memory serves me, they're a pretty good price too. Alright, so dielectric grease in there. They do take a push. There we have it. Okay, so with the wire nuts on the yellow and the black, with the blue joined, with the flat 4 plugged in, the last thing we need to do before we hook up the ground is use a saddle connector. My camera never focuses. Anyway, use a saddle connector to connect this white wire to this one. Now you could either use the saddle or you can put a ring on this end. On second thought, I think I'll put a ring terminal on there. I'm not too fond of saddles. That leads me to the next tool you should buy, and that is a ratcheting wire crimper. These things work very nicely, and that is the result. That's a pretty nice crimp. They're a little expensive, but if you're doing a lot, it's worth it. Okay, so we're pretty much done. Got it taped up. Got the wire loom on. And the very last thing is to connect the grounds. Now, where to connect the grounds? That's a good question. I could connect them up in there, but it'll depend on the vehicle. So just find a good place, sand or wire wheel down to bare metal, and then connect it. You can use self-tapping screws or something of that sort, and that would probably work pretty well. Alright, now, as always, whenever you're using a wire wheel, wear glasses. And I'll finish that up. And that's reasonably clean, all the way down to bare metal. Now I will grab a self-tapping screw and fasten both of these ground wires to that cross member.